Oh. I saw Julia sitting so comfortably with her feet on the floors. Like, wow.
Oh, yeah, you can't reach.
I've never sat on a bus stool like that. Like, this is amazing. Babe, you are sitting so comfortably. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Over 25. It's just me. Well, okay, it's not just me. That's Jules. I have Jules and Lonzy here with me. Today is my Ask Me Anything. And in case you missed the last one, first go and watch it. And then second, these are questions that came from you guys. Some of them have come from the girls. We're just going to mix them up. The intention of this episode is to get to know me. So we're doing individual episodes, each of the girls. And I think we can start.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. So I'm going to start.
All right.
These questions came from our audience.
Okay.
So that's why they're extra special.
All right.
Some are from us as well.
Okay.
What are your best highlights from, and this is the acronym,
okay,
WFH. I was like, what the fuck, hell? No. Working from home. What are your best highlights from WFH?
Okay. Best highlights from working from home. One of them is that I can very easily get a snack from my kitchen. I don't have to wonder about food. I can work in my PJs, which I love. I can change my workstation whenever I want. So sometimes I'll work from the dining table. Then if I'm feeling really crazy, I'll go to the couch. And then another thing is I like to work with a show in the background. Like the way people work with music, I work with like a series in the background or a movie that I've watched before. So sometimes in the office, what I do is I would split my screen. Yes, a small laptop screen. If I'm not doing something that's too serious, I'll have a show playing here and then I'll have my work on this other side.
I've always wondered how Shikie does that.
But what if you miss something? Yeah.
What I do, I don't play like a movie or something I've never watched. I play something that I don't really care for, but I like the noise of, I prefer the noise of people talking than of music.
Interesting.
I like to get ready to music or a show, but I like hearing people talking.
Yeah.
One other highlight of working from home is that I can deal with the house things, like things that my nanny needs to ask me, blah, 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 without having to call home or without having to take a break really from work to deal with home stuff. Yeah.
Nice. I love that. Okay, this is a quick one. What hair do you have on? I feel like everyone is always asking, what hair does Shikie have on?
Yeah, I have a highlight on my Instagram for my hair, if you have questions. But these are river locks. I got them from a page called Empress Hair, and they were done by a lady from a page called Crochet Braiding Kenya. Yeah.
Advice for someone who's lost their job.
Wow, that's a tough one. Create a revenue stream for yourself. But how you can do that, I honestly am not able to advise you on that. Sorry.
How did you survive the first trimester? I suppose this is about pregnancy.
Yeah. Well, I had no choice. I had to survive it. But I don't think my first trimesters were so bad that they could not be survived. Because for me, I did not throw up during any of my pregnancies. I was just very uncomfortable. So second pregnancy was easy. I was at home, so I was able to like lie down when I needed to, but still be working. I was able to drink some ginger tea, which would settle my stomach. But when I was in employment, how I survived my first trimester is the team I was working with used to help cover for me because sometimes I had to go take a nap in the car.
Wow.
Like I could not stay awake. So they would cover for me. So I would say maybe get people who can help facilitate your comfort.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
Yeah. Because I had a shitty boss. God. Yeah. And I hadn't told him I was pregnant. So yeah.
Support system.
Yep.
What is the ideal age gap in a relationship?
I don't think that exists.
Really?
An ideal age gap? I don't think so. I'm married to someone who's a year younger than me. I know people who say ladies who say they prefer to be in a relationship with an older man. But why I say I don't think there's an ideal age gap is because the man that I'm married to who's a year younger than me really manages me and my friends sometimes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like he's like
our elder.
He's our elder. He behaves like our elder. So I think it's more about the person's personality rather than their age.
Yeah. I can never follow up. So would you date somebody 4 years younger than you? If they were mature? Or
If
even
they were
let's say
mature?
even 6 years, but they are mature.
Well,
So when you're 40, they're 34.
yeah. That's tough for the esteem. Gosh.
That's it. It's tough for the
It's
esteem.
tough for the esteem. I wouldn't want to, but if we fell in love, I don't think that would be a reason to. Or if we are vibing or we are connecting, let me not say falling in love, because by the time you fall in love, some time has passed. But if we are vibing, I don't think the age would be a reason for me to say nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ati, how did you know she was the one?
God. I saw that question online. I don't think I knew. I can't remember like a specific moment that I was like, oh my God, this is the one. But I remember when I kind of started to feel like perhaps I can spend my life with this person. And it's when I got pregnant and he got into like action mode. Before that, it was kind of just like, we're just dating. Let's see where it's going. Let's see where we will reach. Because I was the kind of person who would always know like there's a finality to every relationship. I don't think there's any relationship that I was in before Shiv that I was like, maybe this one is forever. Even when I was in love, like I always felt like it'll end and then the next one will come. So for Shiv, it's the way he sprung into action when I got pregnant. I was like, okay, this is a partner that I think I can spend my life with. Yeah, like I felt safe and secure. Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting to know you.
Ooh.
I always think,
I remember
I'm
also,
still thinking about forever.
I'm not a romantic.
Oh, I hate that I am. It's disgusting.
I don't love love.
Oh, you're so lucky. All right. Yeah. How would you describe your style? And I'm going to combine this with another one.
Okay.
How would you describe your style and when are you starting your fashion line?
I didn't see that. My style changes every now and then, but the essence of it, I would say, is I think it's kind of it can be eccentric once in a while. I think I've said this before on Over 25, that sometimes people tell me my outfits are interesting. And when someone says something like interesting, it's not, I don't think it's a compliment. But my style, I think, is...
You don't think so?
No. When someone is like, it's interesting. Or maybe it's the intonation that's used.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like not on text? You mean like...
Yeah. It's like, oh, those are interesting pants. I think it's kind of like they can't wrap their head around it. But I don't feel bad, because I feel like fashion is something that should elicit a feeling. It doesn't have to be a positive feeling. My style, I would say, is it's simple but edgy. I like some edge. I like ripped stuff. Sometimes I like to wear too much jewelry. Sometimes I like to wear, the few times I wear color, I'd like to wear colors that don't ideally go together. That kind of stuff. So I like to experiment a bit and do things that are not ideally considered, I guess, pretty.
Grunge. I'll describe it. It's quite
grunge.
It's quite
Yes.
grunge.
Yeah.
Very black leather vibes.
Yes.
I mean, you have your pretty girl days.
Yes.
And you have your chic woman corporate beach days.
Yeah.
But more often than not, it's
Yeah.
a bit grunge, moody.
That's why I feel most comfortable. Actually.
It's quite moody.
Yeah.
Your style.
I actually struggle sometimes to try not to wear black to our sets, because I'm always in black. Yeah. When am I starting my fashion line? God. I don't know. My worry with that is I don't think I would enjoy dressing any kind of woman, and this is not a size thing, shape thing, no. Somebody whose style is not like mine, I'm not sure that I can wrap my head around making clothes for such people. Like if someone's style is very different from mine, I don't think I'd be able to help make, I don't think I'd be able to make clothes for them, which is another thing that I've also thought about. There's a time I thought I wanted to be a stylist, but I was like, what if someone comes and they say their style is something that I don't fuck with. I'd really struggle. Yeah. But I would love to start a fashion line for clothes that I like.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
You should talk to Shop Zetu to partner with you for a clothing
Ooh,
line.
now that I can enjoy.
Yeah.
These collab
Never
things.
mind when we're doing the skinny series.
Yeah,
Please, guys, have you had
Yeah.
Lorna? If you see another skinny bitch on her line before me, please, let's remember this moment. I'm
Don't worry,
down,
it can
babe.
never
I'm
happen.
so
Such a
down.
good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Because I think also the other thing is why I think that is such a good idea is I would love to partner with somebody who already has the mind for it. Because for me, I just have I love clothes and I would love to make clothes, but I don't know if I have maybe I don't have the business side for it.
I get it. Okay, this is just my question.
Okay.
Tips on how to survive your 4th trimester.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 4th trimester, for those who don't know, is...
I thought there are 3 trimesters.
Exactly. Let me tell you what the 4th trimester is. 4th trimester is right after you have the baby. That postpartum period, first 3 months, is called the 4th trimester. Because you're still kind of like adjusting to the baby. Like the baby now is here. Let's see what to do with the baby. 4th trimester is, I think first tip is having a good support system. And by support system, that can be even one single person. It does not have to be your romantic partner. It doesn't have to be the person who helped you fall pregnant. It can be a sister. It can be a friend. And a good support system is, for me, somebody who you don't have to keep asking for the things that you need. So I think I would say the ideal would be someone who, either your romantic partner, because they know you very well, or someone who's had a child before, I think is very ideal, because they'll understand the emotions you're going through. They'll understand, for example, I'll give you an instance that happened when I had Shiloh, when I had my second baby. My sister-in-law, Shiv's sister, once called me and she was like, can I come over? We don't have to talk. We don't have to sit down and have a conversation. I just want to come and help with whatever you need. So,
wow.
You see, now that's, for somebody like me who did not really want people coming now would stress me out. I'm like, now I have to take care of them. Yeah, and hosting is a lot. So support system is very ideal. Second thing is, I think you also just need to be in the frame of mind that you need to know that you will not be yourself. You will be tired. You will probably, I'll say probably, because it might not be the case for everybody. You might feel like crap physically. You look at yourself, you're like, you don't look cute. And then remember, you'll be on Instagram.
Stomach,
licking boobs. You'll have a black stomach. And then in fact, the leaking one, I was told by my colleagues, like there's a time that in the 4th trimester, like your boobs are leaking milk, your vagina is leaking blood, your uterus is trying to contract, so that hurts as well. You're feeding a baby, your nipples are cracking, you still gotta feed the baby. So there's a lot that will be happening. So just remember, you will not be yourself, but that too shall come to pass. Like you will get acclimated. Give yourself time, give yourself grace. Another tip would be, you will have to figure out your schedule for yourself. And what I mean by that is, you will follow the things that people tell you. You will know your sister births her babies at 6 p.m. So you should birth your baby at 6 p.m. That might not work for your kid. Your kid might be like, that's not working. So there's a lot of trial and error. But at the end of the day, it is you who will see what works for you and your baby.
So you would say that's the worst trimester, basically?
Yeah. It sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks and it sucks and it sucks some more. Yeah.
Okay.
At least for me. However, I've been on Instagram, I've been watching Tatiana's journey, Mama Olive. She shows there are days that she's having a tough day, but she's so much more positive than I remember being. Like, she'll wake up and she'll be like, this is a great day. I do not ever remember saying this is a great day in the first 3 months. There are days that were okay, but great, nah, that's pushing it. Imagine, don't stress so much. Like, babies are a lot of work. but what they need is not that much from you. As long as you're feeding your baby, the baby seems to be healthy. Imagine, don't stress so much. The kid will be fine.
How do you deal with stress?
God. Sometimes like I just lie down and let the day go. I'm somebody who sometimes lets stress consume me, and can be very small things. So what I have done in the past, just a couple of years, and sometimes we do this with Jules, because for me it's when I have anxious days. Physically sometimes like I'll do breathing exercises, which I have found sometimes actually helps. There's some breathing exercises we do with Jules, not with Jules, but Jules and I do, which help. But more often than not, for me, I let myself feel. I let myself feel the stress. I go through it. If I need to cry, I'll cry. Might not be the most ideal way to deal with it, because sometimes, like I said, I will even lose a day. I will not be productive, but I go through the motions. I let myself feel, and then when I feel like now I can collect myself from my darkness, I just start going about my day like I normally would.
I'd like to know, do you think we are the only ones in the universe? Do you think, do you believe in aliens?
You know what?
Extraterrestrial activity.
Lottie, and I know that is a personal question from your heart because I was on your stories. I find it very hard to wrap my head around beings that are not humans. Like I hear people talking and they are so sure. People like Akina Lonzi, people are so sure. They're like, we can't be the only ones.
We really can't. I didn't know that's it. Yeah. I think maybe.
I mean, you know what? I feel like I haven't seen that thing that I'm like, guys, for sure there's something else. But at the back of my mind, because of the vastness of the universe, there's no way it's just us.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen something that convinces me that there's something else out there.
Yeah, God can be so creative, then he just makes one. Earth.
All the rest, back evil.
You've been with Shiv, what, 10 years now? 12 years?
12 years, yeah.
How has the sex changed?
Oh, it has
Over
gotten
time.
better.
Really? Even now after
Yes.
2 kids?
Yes. It has gotten better because we've gotten to know what works for us. And then I feel like in the beginning I was more focused on, am I wearing a bra and panty that are matching? You know? Am I arching my back the right way? I mean, I still think about that shit, but I still perform. But now I can be like, so like I'd let things slide. I'd be like, the hand is not quite up on the cleat, but
Yeah.
but you know, I don't want to spoil the flow.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, your hand is really not where it needs to be.
Move
This way. that open communication is, I mean, it does great things for a relationship. And the fact that I don't think about now these things of panty and bra matching as much, because I mean, we can just be going about our day and we both have some time. Working from home, maybe this should be one of those highlights. In the middle of your day, we can just look around and like, you know what? Let's go. Yeah. So I think it's more around the fact that I'm very open to say, this works for me. I want to try this. Oh, move to the left a little bit, faster, slower. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's reassuring.
Yes.
I thought it's just going to be bland after a few years and you just kind of have to accept.
Yeah. I feel like, yes, there are seasons where it's a bit more transactional.
Right.
Where I'm kind of like, oof, it's Thursday. Have I fucked this week? You know, that kind of thing. So there are times I go in and I'll even be open enough to say, this one is not for me, babe. This one is for you, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad. I'm not like, I don't mind because I don't want it right now, but he wants it right now. So that kind of thing. And I think even he's more open to ask when he wants. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Just back to your relationship stuff.
Okay.
You've been with your hubby for quite some time now, you know,
Yes.
and you're like the ideal relationship. And you guys have gone through so much shit, and we honestly look up to you guys, you know.
Thanks.
And so my question would be, being with Shiv all this time,
Yeah.
do you honestly, deep down in your heart, believe that at the moment, your marriage can survive anything?
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a heavy one. Anything. Anything is a lot. I think I can confidently say we probably would be able to survive most things, because I don't know what anything is. And we've probably been lucky enough not to. We've had things that will shake. That's tetemesha. But anything. I'm even trying to think of what would we not be able to survive. I think we'd be able to survive most things, because we are both very open to dialogue. Well, he more than me, and what it would need, I don't know what it would need to be to throw away what we already have. Let me say I would be willing to work through a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good, because life is not linear.
It's not linear, babe. It's really not. And we don't know. You don't know what will come.
Yeah.
So you just need to be willing to work through the shit.
Wow. So inspirational. I'm inspired. My final one is baby number 3.
Oh God, no. Give me another question. No. Guys, I want to enjoy my life.
You're done. You're lucky we have not even started.
Babe.
It's not fair.
When I went through my seasons, I had let me tell you, and then when you have fun friends, it's so hard. It's so hard. Julia had mentioned during her Ask Me Anything that you had said, oh, I'm 34, I still want to travel, what. I haven't done all that. I was having babies I was having a baby in my late 20s. Then when I kind of got back on my feet, thought it was a great idea to have another one. So no, I would not want to have other children, because I want to be able to also live my own life separate from my kids before I'm too old to do it. Yeah, to enjoy. I don't want to enjoy my money when I'm in my 60s. I want to be able to live separate from my kids, who are awesome. Yeah.
That's it for me.
That's it for me too.
All right. Okay, that was fun. I was waiting for someone to do it.
The closing.
Yeah.
It's all you, boo boo.
I forgot.
It's your episode.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your questions. Thank you, ladies, for yours. In case there is something that you'd like to ask me that has not been addressed during this episode, you can do so in the comments. If you are new here, please remember to subscribe over here. We have some awesome content. And if you liked this video and you want to give it a thumbs up, you can do that here as well. And that's it. Thank you for being here. Bye. Yay. Yay.
Over 25, subscribe.